Hello, everyone. This is Sean from Barry Digital Media, and I hope you are doing well. As you can tell from the image on the screen, this episode is all about user acquisition. User acquisition is the process of gaining new customers or users for a product, service, or platform. It involves a combination of marketing, sales, and growth strategies designed to attract people who have never engaged with the brand before and convert them into active users. This can be done This can be achieved through both organic channels such as search engine optimization, content marketing, and referrals, and paid channels like digital advertising, influencer marketing, and partnerships. The key goal is to drive awareness and interest in a way that ultimately leads to measurable conversions, whether that's downloads, signups, or a purchase. At its core, user acquisition is not about volume, but about acquiring the right users who are likely to stay engaged and bring long term value. Businesses often measure success through metrics like customer acquisition cost, CAC, lifetime value, LTV, and retention rates to determine the effectiveness of their strategies. By continuously testing, analyzing, and optimizing channels, companies can lower their acquisition costs while improving the quality and loyalty of the users they bring in, turning acquisitions into a sustainable engine for growth. So that's a pretty good review, but here is something that I found really interesting. I was taking a look at Google Trends for user acquisition, and we can see through 2024 it was pretty much stable, and even dropped in December and January here. But then here in the beginning of June, maybe the beginning of May, it really started to launch off, and for the past 3 or 4 months, there was just a lot of interest for this user acquisitions. I did take a look at mobile users, and potentially I have something here that relates. It also looks like in July and August, there's another big spike for mobile users. So perhaps there was something going on around June, May, or around the mobile side, which got a lot of interest for this. Now I took a look at the search terms, and I didn't quite pick up something um, that was going on. Although this does seem to overlap with the mobile users as well. Now, I also took a look at some news that was going on, and the only thing that I really found was maybe Tilting Point launching $150 million user acquisition fund to boost mobile games. But I don't know if that is big enough to really make this much of a consistent jump up. So clearly something is going on in the user acquisition industry. Now, I also took a look for CES, and CES happens in January, so that's not it. So I asked Perplexity what's going on, and this is what it said. Key drivers since June 2025. Seasonal peak. The summer period historically brings spikes in app downloads and user acquisition, particularly in sectors like travel and entertainment. AI and retargeting. Marketers have leveraged AI for personalization and lifecycle marketing, focusing on re engagement and retention rather than just a few user installs. Social commerce. The rise of shoppable content and direct sales through platforms like TikTok, Instagram has lowered friction and boosted acquisition. Privacy and data shifts. With privacy changes limiting behavior targeting, brands now emphasize contextual and first party data, which has renewed trust and improved strategies. Algorithm changes. Updates to major App Store algorithms in late June influenced discoverability, causing fundamental shifts in user acquisition for mobile apps. The explosion in The explosion in user acquisition since 2025 is primarily due to seasonal demand, smarter AI driven retention and retargeting strategies, and shifts in digital commerce and privacy norms, all underpinned by evolving algorithms and omnichannel marketing tactics. So that's quite interesting. I didn't really think about the algorithm changes, but maybe that is another reason why we're seeing such a giant increase in user acquisition there. So, what exactly does like a user acquisition manager do? I picked up this senior user acquisition position for Zanga, and I want to deep dive into it just a little bit, so then we can start understanding exactly what somebody's job would be to get new users. The user acquisition team at Zenga is looking for an experienced and accomplished user acquisition performance marketer who will acquire users for Zenga's growing mobile portfolio. You will be responsible for helping the team identify and develop mobile acquisition strategies for the best performing marketing channels for reaching potential users. You are an experienced quantitative online marketing marketer who can manage multiple priorities while delivering outstanding execution. You have experience in launching games in different markets. Responsibilities: develop strategy and manage new user acquisition and retargeting campaigns on paid social like Google and Snapchat, and other ad platforms like Unity, AppLovin, and Moloko. Lead the lead op, excuse me, lead the optimization efforts across creative geo platform and channel to maximize returns and deliver performance at scale. The level Develop relationships with advertising partners and network to test new traffic sources. Drive innovation on game division level investments. Conduct industry research and present actionable findings. Work collaboratively with the creative team to support the creative direction of our advertising assets. Need to ensure top performance. Maintain communication with key stakeholders on ongoing user acquisition initiatives and build weekly reports. So that's quite interesting. I asked Grok to take a look at it, and here's what Grok brought back about the senior user acquisition manager position. The user acquisition performance marketer role at Zenga is a dynamic and challenging position tailored for an experienced online marketer with a strong focus on mobile gaming. The role demands expertise in developing and managing user acquisition and retargeting campaigns across platforms like Google, Snapchat, Unity, AppLovin, and Moloko, with an emphasis on optimizing creative, geographic, and channel performance to maximize ROI. Candidates need 4 to 6 years of media buying experience, proficiency in privacy safe measurement tools like SK Ad Network and Google Privacy Sandbox, and the ability to balance strategic planning with hands on execution. The position requires strong analytical communication and multitasking skills to drive innovation, build partner relationships, and collaborate with creative teams while delivering actionable insights and maintaining operational efficiency. It's an exciting opportunity for metrics driven marketer passionate about scaling user growth in the gaming industry. What to watch out for: high pressure multitasking environment. The role involves managing multiple projects with tight deadlines, which could lead to burnout if workload and support aren't clearly defined. Evolving privacy regulations. Proficiency in privacy safe tools like SK Ad Network and Google Privacy Sandbox is critical, as misstep in compliance or adaptation to new privacy standards could impact campaign performance. Expectation of both strategy and execution. Balancing high level strategic planning with day to day optimization requires strong time management, which may be challenging if resources or team support are limited. And here's some questions just to ask the employer if in fact that you were interested in a role like this, or even if you're not interested in this role, just to kind of open your mind a little bit in this space. Can you describe the team structure and the level of support, analyst, creative teams available to help manage and optimize the campaigns across multiple platforms? That's a really good question, just because you might be making all the assets yourself, and then you have to do the creatives, and come up with all the ideas, or do you have a team of creatives where you can just be like, make me an attractive looking game logo or action shot, and then they can make something really impressive. Um, and then next question: how does Zynga stay ahead of evolving mobile advertising privacy regulations, and what tools or training are provided to ensure compliance with platforms like SK Ad Network or Google Privacy Sandbox? So this is not too surprising because I understand that Zynga is actually in the online casino game industry, and they're probably also in a whole bunch of other industries that have strict privacy and policies that you have to work around. So there might be a lot of understanding policy with this kind of role. What are the key performance metrics, specifically ROAS and LTV targets for this role, and how much autonomy will I have in testing new traffic sources and innovative strategies? So that's a very key point as well, because especially considering the way that audiences move, they might one day be on Facebook, but on the next day on X or Snapchat. And then the thing is in 2026 there might be seven other channels that the users may move to, or they might use multiple things. Like I think what was it? I think we had Unity. I believe Unity is a advertising platform. Like you can build games on it, but it's also an advertising platform as well. So, like, how can we use those new platforms? Anyways, so I was looking for some community posts, and I couldn't quite find something about user acquisition that really caught my interest. But then I came across the advertisements, and the advertisements are campaigns to get more users. And so, for one example, we have Battlefield 6, trailer that we can see on the advertisement here. And yeah, we have these cool shots about somebody going into battle here and getting some cool get some cool moves in there. But this is a strategy to let potential users know that this new game is coming out, and that they'll be able to sign up for it and purchase it and hopefully be satisfied. What does the title say? Make a studying entry, submit your only and Battlefield clips to our Battlefield for a chance to be featured in our official OIBF highlights. So this isn't just a trailer, but it seems like it's a contest as well, which is very interesting. So, Battlefield is known for these action shots where you're flying up in a jet, you hop out of the jet, you take your missile launcher, shoot the other plane with your missile launcher, and then hop back into your own plane. Something like that. I think Battlefield would be interested in their actual trailer. And so yeah, if you make a stunning entry like that, like the jet example, you would be inside their official marketing campaign, which sounds very exciting, especially if you are a Battlefield fan. Any comments? No. Okay, but there's another one here that caught my attention. Fuel your future strategy with a 25% intraday margin rates on select CME group energy futures contracts. So some trading, but still the principle remains the same, that this is a strategy where they are trying to get more users to sign up for this trading program. Yeah. And anything else? I don't think so. But yeah, okay. So I mean, that's pretty much everything. That was a quick idea about user acquisition, and I hope this was helpful. If you liked it, please like and subscribe and leave comments. Thank you very much.